Why is Zoro so oppressive in the One Piece card game, and why does he get even better in the OP03 format? Zoro was the best leader for the first two sets, and it doesn't look like he's going to be giving up his crown for set 3 either. The reason why Zoro has remained at the top of the One Piece card game meta since his release in set 1 is because of his insane leader ability. A leader ability which in due time will probably be power crept into oblivion. Just look at the old Yu-Gi-Oh meta where this used to be a $200 card just because it had 50 more attack points than Lejin.
And then there was Gemini Elf.
But let's take a look at the leader ability that is currently sweeping the nation. It reads that when you attach one Dawn to Zoro, all of your character cards gain 1000 power on your turn. And what is so crazy about this ability is that it doesn't specify a specific character type like Straw Hat cards, it gives the 1k boost to any character that you have on the field. So in a scenario where you have 3 characters on field, which happens pretty often, you are essentially paying 1 Dawn to use 4 Dawn. I don't know about you, but that math ain't mathin'. And when you pair this very powerful leader ability with Searchers, this is where the true power of Zoro comes into play. Whenever you play out these Searchers, they replace themselves, and with Zoro's leader ability, they are also a threat. And with cards like Curly Dedan that can search for a Searcher, it gets pretty ridiculous. Now, I have done many different Zoro builds, but this is the one that I'm currently liking the most. And as you can see in set 3, we are given 2 powerful Searchers that just bump Zoro's power up even more. We have the 1-drop Izo, which searches you any Whitebeard Pirates card, and we have the 1-drop Buggy, which searches you any event card. And we still have access to Curly Dedan, which searches the top 5 for any 1-drop, which gives you access to Makino, Otama, or you can even search out another Searcher, or you can still go for Gordon if you need it. And also having access to the new Fire Fist card helps you clear boards if you're against a Zoro mirror match. So far, the thing that I've been struggling with most as Zoro is going into a red mirror match where they are able to spam a board as well, because Zoro doesn't take too kindly to also being swung at multiple times. So having access to this Fire Fist card really helps, and you can also even kill 8Ks if you combine it with Gordon, or you can kill 7Ks if you combine it with Otama, along with another 4K. And now a staple combo that you'll find in basically every single red deck in set 3 is the double Marco. Now you have access to this 5-drop Marco that all you need to do is just trash 1 event card from your hand and you can keep him on board. Very similar to the set 2 Marco where you just drop a Whitebeard card and you get to replay him. But the only difference is that for this one, you do not need to be at 2 life or less. With Marco Blocker, you do need to be at 2 life or less to turn on this effect. So you usually won't be playing the Marco Blocker until later in the game when you really need it. But also if you don't feel like you need the board clear with Fire Fist, you can also instead just run 3 Whitebeard Pirate event cards, which can be dropped for Marco's effect, be searched with Buggy, or just search you more Whitebeard cards. Because seeing your 9-drop Whitebeard, this is like a really broken bomb card, and being able to search this 9-drop Whitebeard with the Izo card, and then having another searcher, like another way to find it with the Whitebeard event card is also pretty good. You can even choose to run Jet Pistol instead of Fire Fist if you like the board clear, but you're just trying to hit bigger targets. But yeah, so far this version of Zoro is what I've been liking the most. So let's get into a game. So today we are going to be going against set 3 new leader Red Ace, and I usually choose to go first as Red Zoro because I want to be the one to swing first. I end up keeping this hand because I have a Buggy in hand, end up whiffing, feels bad. It happens sometimes, especially with Buggy because you have the least amount of targets with Buggy, but that's fine. He does nothing and passes. I go ahead and play Curly Dedan, search out Izo, searching for Searchers, absolutely broken. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach 1 Dawn to my leader, swing at him. Either he has to take the life or counter out. Usually you want to just take the life early to build a hand. I end my turn. And what will he do with 4 Dawn? He'll go ahead and attach 2 Dawn to leader. And he has to swing at me for 7, which I'm going to take that. I usually take the first swing regardless, and then he's going to keep 2 Dawn open. I'm going to go ahead and play Izo, search me out a 9-drop Whitebeard. Crazy that you can do that now. And then play Curly Dedan, grab myself an Otama. And then now I don't think that I want to swing with my 1-drops yet because you want to keep your board for a turn where you can get like 5 swings off. So I just go ahead and attach 1 Dawn to my leader and then I swing for 6. Now, what is he going to do? He has 2 Dawn open. He's got a bench for event card. So yeah, he uses a Radical Beam. It's not online yet, so it's just a 2k, but it's still enough to get him out. And then I go ahead and play my last Izo Searcher. Grab myself a Jozu because he is a searchable 2k counter. Him being a Whitebeard card, pretty good. And now I have 6 swings. Okay, I mean, I have 5 swings on board for next turn because he plays Marco and pops one. That new Marco card is so good. And then he's going to go ahead and swing 6 at me. I'll go ahead and counter out of this one because I don't want to take too many swings because he does have access to Flame Emperor and stuff like that if he happens to draw into it. So I don't want to be forced to take a double attack. Now, I'm probably going to hold off on playing more cards for right now. I'm probably just going to end up donning up and using all of these swings. So first and most important thing is you want to attach it on the leader. And now the oppression begins. This is so crazy. Look at how many swings we have on board now. We have 5 swings and we're only going to need to dedicate like 1 to 2 Dawn per unit. So we go ahead and attach 1 Dawn right there. That's a 5k swing because Zoro makes everything +1. Absolutely broken. Oh, wow. Another one. Attach 1 Dawn +5. I mean, now it's a 5k swing. And he has to just deal with all of these swings. Even though they're just 5k swings, it's still a potential life every single time. And then we're going to go ahead and play Makino, which makes it even better. Now we just tap this. It gives +3 to a 1-drop. So now I don't even need to attach a Dawn. For 1 Dawn, I now have a 6k swing. He's going to counter out with 7. I'm going to attach 2 Dawn to Izo. I think I'm going to end up attaching all my Dawn because I realized there's nothing else I could really do with it. So I'm just going to go 6-6 as opposed to like 5-7. He's going to go ahead and take that, and then I swing my last swing, 6k, and that is just a crazy turn. Like, you just having to deal with 5 swings on the same turn never feels good as any leader. And that's why I usually build up a stockpile of swings first, and then I start going in and swinging. You don't want to just like swing with 1 card at a time because then your opponent can just kind of deal with it as it comes. And it gives them a target because you kind of want them to swing at you at the beginning of the game so that you can kind of get cards into your hand and see pieces that you need, like Rush Zoro or more Searchers, Marco, like whatever you need at that point. Now, this is Red Ace. So Red Ace has some tools. Red Ace is a very good deck. I would not be surprised if he clears my entire board right now. Like, would not be surprised at all. So he has 2 swings on board currently. He's going to go ahead and swing at Makino because Makino is a problem. Usually it's always good to swing at Makino first, especially against Zoro, because I have 2 targets for Makino. And that's another +3. And then he's going to go ahead and swing it to Dan with Marco. He's going to play another Marco, pop Izo. So now I only have 2 cards left on board. And then he's going to go ahead and Fire Fist and get rid of the last 2 cards. So look, just like that, my entire board is gone. Yes, I established the board. It took me 2 turns to establish that board. And then he just cleared it all in 1 turn. Pretty crazy. That's like the power of Ace as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and play my Broken Bomb card, which just gives me a free turn basically. Because like, okay, now I got a 10k on board and my leader is +7. So this is kind of like I'm trying to reestablish myself. So I just go ahead and play the 9-drop because I only have 1 Searcher in hand right now. But he's going to go ahead and Crossfire to -4 and then Jet Pistol my 9. What? Ace, chill out. Like, chill. Let me. Come on. Leave me something. Oh my gosh, this is kind of crazy. And this one, I don't know about this one. He goes ahead and attaches 4 Dawn to leader, swings at 9. I'm going to obviously take that hit because I'm at 4 life. I think that he should have definitely left up some Dawn here so that I would have at least been scared. If he would have left open that Dawn, then I probably wouldn't have done what I did here because I have Rush Zoro in hand. And I'm like, he's only got 2 life. There's no blockers on board. So I can go 9-9 here because he only has 3 cards in hand. He's going to have 4 if he takes it. So I think it's like a fair, like, it's fair for me to do this because I also have 3 life and I have a decent amount of counter power in my hand. So I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go 9-9 because at first I was thinking I was just going to play another 9-drop Whitebeard and hope that he didn't have another out to it. But instead, I go ahead and do this because he tapped out. He ends up taking the life, and then I'm just like, do I do it? Do I do it for the gram? And I go ahead and throw that down, swing another 9, and he does not have the counter power to get out. So unfortunate misplay at the end there, but you still saw the power of both decks. Ace can clear boards like nobody's business, and Rush Zoro can swing at you a million times and not really care if his board gets cleared. So thank you very much for watching. That is how oppressive Zoro is in set 3, and we will see you in the next video.